Well, I tried to do that, but it didn't work. Let's see here. Maybe we'll try to get that off again. Okay. Anyway, I'm back for this evening. I'm not sure what I'm going to do tonight. I'm sure I'll think of something. Let's see here. Where did my pilot go? Did he fall down? Where's that little box? There it is. I want to get the pilot ready to go. I need to put some epoxy in his goggles. Let's see. I need to get this opened up here. Just keep adding the weight. Let's see here. Let's open that up. There we go. Let's try this camera and see what it looks like. So I'm going to take, well, I better go back to this one. I'm going to take epoxy and drip it into the lenses so that they're shiny. So, let me see. Wasn't well prepared for this. Maybe I'll just sand. I think we're getting pretty close, so I'd say we're getting real close. You guys like my shirt? No, you're right. Let's do it the dumbest way possible because it's easier for you. Yes, indeedy. A little spot right there. I don't know if I want to sand it out or smooth some green stuff on it. Okay, let's take this off. We need to sand this up anyway. We got 8 watchers so far this evening. Get all the dust out of here. Little tape. Take it out. I could brush that in there, but I'd really rather spray it, that green. So I'll look and see if I'm set up ready for that. I guess we could shoot some green in there. It'll work. I can paint that paint in here because it's water-based. No, it ain't ready. I gotta sand that spot there. See, the sanding is never done. Need to make a gun sight yet. work to do here. I need to turn this down some too. In order to make the canopy fit better, I need to take the point off of this top. Probably could round it off even. Just before I get too involved in that, I need to check the fit. Yeah, that's better. I also need to relieve this. And maybe straighten that out some. Yeah. Find my scissors. I guess that's what I'll work on. I'll work on canopy fitment tonight. Okay, where are you? There you are. So we need to straighten this out. Come on. Come on. Let's see here. God darn. There we go. Almost. And this needs to be straightened. There we go. Okay. Now, I need a pencil or pen or something along that line. Writing implement. There's a pen. Now, I don't have a whole lot to play with here. This is only 3/32, so we're just going to relieve it a few thousandths so that the canopy will fit flush when I go to mount it. Okay, well, I wish I was straighter, but it's not, so we'll have to live with it. Straighten it out with the superfill. This may take a while like this. Huh. How am I going to do this? Well, that's way off. I might have to cut a new canopy. So that one there, let's see here. This side here is farther back. So we need to cut that, make it square, about 1/8 of an inch. Let's see here. Go some more. Taking off at this stage is good. Why can't I get that straight? Let's do it in this manner. That's right, it's just not straight. I need some of them RC car scissors, the ones with a curved end for cutting these. What's the matter? Is the chat not working tonight? No audio? What's the deal? Oh, okay. Well, that's good, Jim. I hope it works for you. You won't know till it's finished, but at least I know the chat's working. Thank you. There we go. That's more like it. That's more better. You're watching and listening. Okay, well, I don't know how much good I'm going to do tonight. I'm just tinkering. I've got to get this canopy adjusted, cut exactly perfect, and I think we're going to put a piece of tape on it to get that line straight. Cut perfect. We're going to do the old superfill trick for the canopy frame. I was going to do it another way, but I'm just going to tape it out and superfill the canopy frame in. I do have one more canopy out in the car. Come on. I can't believe I'm that far off. Look at that. Trying to do it by eye. You probably can't see it. There we go. Let's see if I can cut it straight now with the tape on there. See if it looks right first. Yeah. Yeah. That pilot is an expensive an expensive part. I was gonna have Tommy Looper carve me one, but he said he would. I just never got around to doing it. Boy, that made the big difference there, cutting that. That's all I cut off of there. But my eye caught that, and that looked like hell. Looks straight now, because it is. Much better. So we're down on that side. Yeah, that's a lot better. Yes, indeed. Probably could cut a little bit off of that side too. So we got 3/8 of an inch there. And we got a half there. So we need to cut a little bit off of this side as well. So we'll do that same trick. You know, I just cut this canopy this weekend when we pulled it, and I just kind of did it by eye real quick over at John's. I knew I would have to adjust it some. So we'll take a little sliver off of this thing again. I guess this is a good way to do it. Just put a piece of this striping tape on here. That's crooked too. Not by much, but by enough. Yeah, 1 quart of paint. That's all you get, Jim. It sounds terrible, but that's all you get. 1 quart of clear. That's for top coat and everything. Come on. Now I got a whoop in that. Shoot. I was going to show this screen. Let's see if I can find it again. P-47. Let's see if it'll work.
Well, the storage firing up is Billy Warwick P-47.
Well, that's odd. Well, I don't know what's going on here, why it won't go. Let's see here. Yeah. Now I can't get it stopped. Where are we at here? Okay. Oh, there we are. That's green. Share the screen. Share. No, it won't do it. Isn't that a bummer? Sorry about that. I'll work on that. I'll figure it out. Watching also, huh? Okay, you come up with a trick tonight of getting these canopies cut straight. I just stretched a piece of tape on there, and we're going to cut along the tape edge. I knew it wasn't straight. When I put it on there, you could see it. Does it make a difference? Probably not. I probably could have hid that under the superfill. But I'm trying to do an outstanding job on this, so why hide it when I can fix it right now? So once again, all I took off was a sliver. Where'd it go? I'll probably step on it. But now it's straight. Let's see if it looks better. Yep. Yep. That's going to be a big project to get that mounted on there. I can see that coming already. So I need to reline that. It's not lined right. If you go back on my channel and look at the Nobler, I did the Nobler canopy. This will be the same situation. I'll take a stick pin and I'll stipple that. I'll cut a notch in there so it recesses in and epoxy it on there. Now you got to make sure that you paint the frame inside the canopy before you put it on. Otherwise, the glue will show through. And you want, I try to put the canopies on so that it looks like part of the airplane. It doesn't look like an afterthought. Of course, there are some on here who know this, but this is not for them. That little tip is for the inexperienced. Okay, that looks much better. Why didn't that take there? Okay. That's just good. Now this canopy's cut really strange too. If you look, it goes around this way. It's going to sit on top of the round. Because this fuselage is so round, I'm going to have to just make a slice into it to get it set in there to epoxy to it. I use epoxy. This, like I said, this will be relieved. I'll cut, all this gray will be cut down to balsa wood. Probably not all of it, but a pretty good notch, 1/4 inch all the way around, so that this doesn't sit on top of the wood, it sits into the wood. Then we're going to stipple this, and stippling is taking a stick pin and poking holes in it so that it has some place to nail to. And then we're going to put epoxy on the, let me go back a little farther. We're going to paint the inside of the canopy frame from inside. You got to paint it from the inside so that when you glue this on, you can't see the glue. Then I will tape the canopy frame off in reverse. I'll put the frame on it. This is going to be pretty complicated, so I don't know that I'm going to explain this right. Then I'm going to tape in between all that stuff and spray paint the canopy frame. Then I'm going to add superfill over the whole thing, the whole canopy. Then I'm going to block sand it to get the superfill down to the thickness of the tape. Then I will paint it. Then I'll take the tape off. That way there'll be a frame on top of this canopy underneath this, so that the canopy frame will become part of the fuselage, if that makes any sense. It's going to be it's going to be a feat. I didn't do that with a bubble top because a bubble top is just like putting on the bubble top, and I painted the frame on the front, and that was it. But seeing this is a Razorback, it needs to have a pronounced canopy frame, and it's a pretty complicated frame. I was going to cut another canopy and set it down over the top of it, but I don't think that's the way to go. The canopy frame let's do it this way. Okay, the canopy frame will be all this business here. And where I tape will be where the glass is, so that all this frame is exposed. Then I'll superfill the whole thing and then block sand it. Hey guys. Then block sand it and then paint it. Then after it's painted, I'll peel out all the tape that's protecting the clear glass, if that makes sense. And then we'll have the correct canopy frame and shape. But it's got a I've got a P-47 book coming tomorrow. It should be here tomorrow by lunch, of 3 views and all this stuff. A bunch of pictures of Razorbacks. But this canopy has a post right in the center, which I have no idea why they did that. Right in the center, and then a skylight. So I have to go up this way in the skylight. It's going to be very complicated to get this canopy frame to look right. And the weird thing about it is they're not straight lines. It's got a hexagon in between the thing. But no matter what it takes, I'm going to get that canopy frame to look right. So I ordered the book so that I can get a good idea of what I'm trying to duplicate. Yeah, you just have to watch to see what I'm doing. That's exactly correct. It's going to be different. I haven't done anything like this since I did an airplane back in the 70s that had a split. It was a bubble canopy, but it went around this way. I did it with epoxylite, and epoxylite is so hard. It was ridiculous. So it had to be perfectly shaped and smooth before it dried. But at least with superfill, I can sand it. So anyway, I was asked by somebody on the channel, who makes this P-47? The answer is no one. No one. In the States, I only know of one other guy who has made this model, and it's not this model, but the Warwick's P-47, and that's Bob McDonald. Now, they had a bunch of them in 2007, like 25 or 30 of them. when that video was shot of me flying mine, that the Brazilians brought, but they were not Billy Warwick's Thunderbolts. They were Bené Rodriguez's Thunderbolts. And this is a different airplane than Billy's airplane. My numbers. My wing, my numbers. I just used his fuselage. Matter of fact, that the bucks that I have were done before plans came out. It was done by, I just used a ruler and measured everything, and that was in 2004 when I made those. But because I wanted to do a Razorback, I wanted to get the general shape of how he did it. So I got the set of plans, and I made everything pretty close to what he's got, but the different wing. It's a different airplane. It's like everybody thinks that the USA-1 is Billy's design. It is, and it isn't. It's a Jerry Worth Aptrix. Billy stole the aesthetics, just like I stole the aesthetics of his Thunderbolt and put his own numbers to it. And that's what the USA-1 is. Because I always get after that one guy that brings that Aptrix, I call it the appendix, to the Nationals. I can't remember his name. He comes from Utah. Flies with Norm Whittle. Jim, you probably know who I'm talking about. Rhodes. Can't remember. Heavy set guy, short. Beautiful airplane. And it looks like a USA-1, but it's a different airplane. So that's what this is. It's a ripoff of Billy, just like my Junar XL is a ripoff of Billy's aesthetics with my numbers. So anyway, I think I'll wait on cutting that canopy in. We'll just sand, because there's plenty to do on that. We got about 13 minutes of sanding. Is that right? 23 minutes of sanding. God, this dope smells good. Had a hard day today. Welding. Put together another one of them stupid boxes. Got another one to go. I'll have them all done by the end of the week, probably. Try not to poke a hole in it. I'm only sanding with 600 now, though. So I think where I'm at here with this is I'm going to shoot a coat of gray on it Saturday. I'm not going to add any more of the gray clear. If I do, it's just a wasted coat. So I'll take my half pint of gray and I'll shoot it on, and if there's any mistake, any big buggers, I can fix it with gray paint. But one coat of paint will go on this of gray, and it should be just about ready to go. And then, of course, in the canopy area here, we're going to have to touch that up. That'll be get repainted on the canopy area. But I'm a long ways from finish. I'm several months away from having this done. Several months of hard work too, not just looking at it. Definitely would like to be on the front row this year. This coming year, whatever. Don't know if I can do it without spray shine though. Seems like all them judges like the spray shine. You look past that spray shine. There is a ton of sanding to do. So for any of the new guys to my channel, first off, welcome, but second off, it's the most boring thing going. If you're looking for dancing girls or anything like that, this ain't it. This ain't for you. This is a sanding channel. There was a little hubbub on the Hangout with Minnesota Mike and Jeff or whatever. I don't run the Hangout. That's Charles's bag. Jeff Riley, I guess. But I've sorted that out if you guys want to post, but you're going to have to get with Charles and straighten it out. But you're back in post, you know, I want to be able to see everybody's comments. So I try. That's the best I can do. I can't babysit everybody all the time. Maybe I need to look at some other thing, something else to do. Kind of miss old Rusty. Rusty was a good guy. He had a way. He had a way of handling those people. But give Charles some slack. You know, he's doing a good job. He's running it the best. And I don't like the feeling of this. Why is this not sanding out right? You might need to hit that with some primer right there. No, I got it. Okay. Yeah, gonna have to hit it with a little primer. Just don't feel quite right. There's a little spot there. Remember, if you can feel it, you'll see it in the dope, in the paint job. Everything as flat as possible. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna cut this in there because I only got 3/32, so I can only cut a 64th off there. That come out real good. There's a spot right there. This thing cartwheels and flips out of my hand and breaks, I'm gonna be sick. I have had that happen before. One of my Vipers flipped off the bench and broke in half just before the Nats. Broke right there. I glued it back together, C8 it, and I flew it that year, but once I break an airplane or an airplane, I'm never happy with it. I have to build another one. I don't like flying broken, repaired airplanes. So it's another day of sanding. It is a pain in the butt to sand these things like this, but it sure pays off in the end. When you set that baby down on the tarmac and it looks like it's a plastic airplane, people go, ooh, ah. Makes you feel good. We got kind of a turd here. We're going to up to 320, and then we'll go back to 600. I don't know what the heck that is. Hope it's not CA. No, it's paint. Now, I've told you this before. It doesn't matter. If I were to sand all this off, it wouldn't be any lighter. Because it's sunk down into the... But it's certainly not going to be heavier if I sand it off. You want this thing to look like plastic before you paint it. And once again, we're sanding all that shit off. Now, I hope I explained the canopy series. I'm going to cut this off camera because it's going to take all my concentration. But when I put it on, I will do it on camera. It's very hard to concentrate and talk and try to get this right. I want it right, so I'll do it off camera. I can sand on command because I've been doing it so long. Get a stick in this too. It's going to be difficult. What was I thinking? Why did I do that? $50 minutes. We got 10 more minutes of sanding. That's terrible there. I have to sand this all off. Dude, it may not be ready for a coat. We might have to do more than 2 hours work or an hour work tomorrow night. Try to get it caught up. I see several hours sanding. So the game plan for tonight is I'll finish up this in 9 minutes on the web. I'll eat dinner instead of going right to bed or watching TV. I'll continue to sand for another hour or so until I get tired. Because in order to get paint on it this weekend, there's a lot of catching up to do. I mean, there is a lot to do. Gotta get some of my dry slide in there. Controls are getting stiff. They're not sticky, they're just stiff from paint or whatever. God, it's rough as a cob. You know what? I think I might have to recover that. Yeah, we'll sand it again and see what happens. Like the tissue didn't cooperate on the rudder part here. Give me an excuse to cut it off. That's odd. Let me show you this in case you ever run into it. And I think what the remedy is going to be is I'm going to recover this rudder. Now, if you look right here, it looks like brush marks up and down. Listen to it. Well, it was smooth. Now you can see it. Look at this. See all them high spots there? It's like the chapped tissue is coming up. So I'll sand it flat and we'll see what happens in a day or so. But I got a feeling I got a problem, like there's a contamination or something under there. I might cut it off anyway. Cut right straight along there, cut up there so I can sand those edges, recover it. The rudder didn't do it, just the fin didn't do it, just the rudder. Gotta be something contaminating this stuff. I don't know what it is. Yep, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut that off so I can sand that up better. I'm gonna take a saw. I'm gonna saw right along there. I'm gonna take a knife, cut up through this glue joint here. Take it off. Peel it right down to bare wood and recover it. We can't have that. I don't want that sometime in August going, what the heck is going on? Everything else looks good though. Like maybe I didn't get it down good enough. Or I could sand it, tape all this off, and hit it with DC 540. I might try that first. DC 540 has a lot of xylene in it, so the xylene will penetrate the tissue and lock it up. But I certainly don't know what caused that. These paint jobs are always a chemistry experiment. Let it sit a day and see what happens. All right, guys. It's that time of night again. I really appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate the support. I apologize for any misunderstandings that you might have on the Hangouts or whatever. I don't run the Hangouts. Charles does. Get with Charles. He'll straighten it out. Oh yeah. Everything else laid down real good. Locked up real good. Feel a spot right there. I'll get it fixed. No big deal. Just got not get excited about this stuff. It's only wood. It's only paint. I don't know what caused that. But we'll figure it out. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow night, same time. Don't know what I'll do. You can count on some sanding. You can bet on that. All right. Fair winds, tight lines. We'll see you. Keep building.